Here is a defensive pass interference foul that we miss. You can see that the ball is thrown to the receiver and the defender just climbs up his back. So we can't miss these serious defensive pass interference fouls, and most particularly at this part of the field. This play is a nice example of a situation where a block in the back is legal. Notice that the receiver of this punt muffs the ball, and once he touches the kick, now the kicking team is eligible to recover the ball. And so that means that this push in the back by a member of the kicking team is perfectly legal. If he were not eligible to touch the ball, however, this would be a foul for an illegal block in the back. But he's allowed to push in the back, block in the back, in an attempt to recover the ball, and that's exactly what we have in this situation. So, good job not to rule this as illegal, because this is a perfectly legal block in the back. Good call for holding on this little flare pass. You can see that the right tackle locks up his defender, almost a takedown, but certainly restricts him from trying to get to the ball carrier and to the ball. So this is a good call for holding by the offensive tackle.
Holding. Offense, number 70. Penalties decline, 4th down.
Here's a good example of a targeting foul accompanied by a dead ball personal foul where the targeting foul is overturned, but the penalty for the dead ball personal foul is enforced. This is a combination foul, dead ball personal foul, along with targeting, and the replay correctly overturns the targeting portion of this action, because you can see that in fact the action is not to the head and neck area, it is to the side and to the shoulder. So this is nice work by replay to reverse this. Referees, let me remind you that we've posted to the website announcements for targeting fouls, and it might be a good idea at this time of the season to go back and refer to that and refresh your memory about how to make these announcements for targeting fouls, particularly in a complicated situation like this, where we're overturning the targeting portion but enforcing the penalty for the personal foul.
Targeting with late hit out of bounds, number 41 on a defensive player. The personal foul for a late hit out of bounds will stand. There is no targeting foul on the play, so number 41 is not disqualified.
As we
First
thought,
down, Tulane.
This is nice work to get this kick-catch interference foul. We don't often see this when the kicking team player comes behind the receiver, but remember the rule is that if there is contact before or simultaneous to the receiver touching the ball, then you've got a kick-catch interference foul. The reason being, of course, that the contact simultaneous with his touching the ball could possibly cause him to muff the ball. So this is a good call. Good job by the crew to get this.
Kick-catch interference. Defense number 15. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we have an illegal formation foul, at least 5 players in the backfield. It seems hardly any of the interior linemen are on the line of scrimmage at all. Good job to get this. We cannot allow these formation fouls to go undetected. This is an obvious foul, all the more reason to get it, and good job by the crew to call this foul.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 63 was lined up in the backfield. 5 yards. Still first down.
I show this as a good example of a reversal of a fumble recovery by instant replay. You can see that the receiver gets the ball. The question is whether or not he has it long enough to be determined to have gained possession. It's important for replay officials to not make the decision based on the slow motion, because anything can look like possession if you slow it down enough. But in this case, replay correctly determines that he did not have possession long enough to make this a completion, so it is simply an incomplete pass.
It's the
After
sequence.
further review, it's been determined that the receiver did not control the ball and complete the process to catch. It's an incomplete pass. Second down, Virginia Tech. Please reset the clock to 5:45.
On this interception return, there's a blindside block that is perfectly legal. This was originally flagged as a targeting foul, but the crew got together and picked up the flag. Good job of crew cooperation here. This is obviously a legal hit. It is not to the head and neck area. Certainly the player's defenseless, but this is a legal block, even though it's a very hard block. So good job by the crew to get together and take away the flag for this foul.